She made the whole world believe in fairy tale romance. She smiled her way through Hollywood love stories that left audiences breathless. But behind the most famous smile in cinema, Julia Roberts once experienced a heartbreak so real, so raw, and so public that even she couldn't act her way through it. And the man responsible? Someone most people never expected. By the early 1990s, Julia Roberts was untouchable. Pretty Woman had turned her into a global phenomenon overnight, earning her an Academy Award nomination and cementing her status as Hollywood's most bankable star. She was warm, electric, and magnetic on screen, the kind of actress audiences didn't just watch, they rooted for. So when her real-life love story began making headlines, the entire world leaned in. Because if anyone deserved a fairy tale off-screen too, it was her. But Hollywood, as it always does, had other plans. The man who broke Julia Roberts' heart wasn't a villain. He was Kiefer Sutherland, fellow actor, charming, intense, and for a period of time, completely devoted to her. The two got engaged in 1991, and the wedding was set. Invitation sent. Dress fitted. The whole world was watching. Then, just 3 days before the ceremony, Julia called it off. Publicly. Painfully. The official reason was vague, irreconcilable differences, conflicting schedules, the usual Hollywood language for something far more complicated underneath. Reports at the time suggested Sutherland had grown close to another woman. Julia never confirmed the full story. But those who knew her said the damage ran deeper than the headlines captured. What followed was a period of genuine emotional turbulence for Roberts. She stepped back from the spotlight, traveled, and quietly tried to rebuild. She dated, briefly married country singer Lyle Lovett in 1993 in what many described as a rebound wrapped in affection. The two remained friends long after their divorce. But people close to Julia consistently pointed back to the Sutherland chapter as the moment that truly changed her, the moment the hopeless romantic inside her learned to be more guarded, more careful, more selective with her trust. The story, thankfully, doesn't end in heartbreak. In 2002, Julia Roberts married cinematographer Daniel Moder, a quieter, steadier kind of love that has now lasted over 2 decades. Together they have 3 children and a life deliberately kept away from the cameras. Julia has described their relationship as her true anchor. And in interviews, she speaks about love now with a wisdom that only comes from having survived the kind of pain that once broke her wide open. Sometimes the heart has to shatter before it learns who it actually beats for. Julia Roberts remains one of the most beloved figures in entertainment history. Her net worth stands at an estimated $250 million. Her legacy is secure. But perhaps the most human part of her story isn't the Oscar, the blockbusters, or the iconic smile. It's the fact that she loved, lost, healed, and came back stronger. And that, more than any role she's ever played, is the performance worth remembering.